Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Wednesday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather, and sports. I am Glenora Shipura. In the news tonight, as a part of their social responsibility, Build It hosts a sports day annually to foster better development for schools. The sports day is set to take place on the 7th of October 2023 at the Vineta Sports Field. About 12 schools from the coastal towns of Swakopmund, Arandis, and Henties Bay will be participating. Festus Gonteb will be the host school for this year's function. Event organizer and general manager Gerda Slabert shares more. Precious Gihitwanapo reports.
G'day, I'm Gerda Slabert. I'm the general manager here at Build It Swakopmund. We are hosting an annual soccer tournament for the past couple of years. With COVID, it was difficult. We couldn't host it. We got a new owner in 2019. So therefore in 2019, 2020, and 2021, due to COVID, we couldn't host the soccer. So we started hosting it last year again. The previous owner, we had a couple of tournaments as well. But this is getting bigger and bigger every year. We got 12 netball teams this year. Netball is new this year, and we've got 8 soccer teams. So it's a good representation of the schools in Swakopmund and also from Arandis. The netball is an exciting prospect. I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of entries for the netball. You can see that the kids are eager to play. The teachers are eager to get the kids involved in the game and just let them have fun and have a bit of organization around it. And the prizes of the day, yes, it plays a role, but I think the teachers just want to expose the kids to more sport on a regular basis. And that's why I'm so happy that Build It can do its social responsibility and host this tournament, soccer and netball this year for the first time, the netball. Build It, as you know, is part of the SPAR group, and we have an outlook of social responsibility. We need to look after our town, our country, our young kids specifically. We want to work on development. We want to give back to the community for everything that they do, and they support Build It as well. So we would like to give back, and by doing that, SPAR started to create this Build It, and it started with soccer first, the Build It tournament, and it's specifically for under 13s only, so that we concentrate on the youth, and we will see it then as a development of the sport.
NABAN's quarterly pitch event, which was held at the village in Eros, united Namibia's angel investors and entrepreneurs in a dynamic display of innovation. Namibia Business Angel Network comprises diverse professionals across industries, offering startups a vital avenue for funding, mentorship, and strategic alliances. This event spotlighted a range of startups, revealing their groundbreaking ideas and enticing investment prospects. Let's take a look.
We have 5 startups who will be pitching for us. I believe I can count. We're very excited. A lot of them have ideas that pulled us from the crowd, and we can't wait to hear what they have for us. So before we begin, I'd like to call up Nguli, who is also one of our angels and part of our team, just to share the terms and conditions for the audience to understand what are the rules, how are we going to go about this, and yeah, before we kick off. Nguli?
Thanks, Rita. This is your third welcome. Welcome again. What we do want to clarify is NABAN does not do evaluation on behalf of its angels. So anything beyond that, that is independently done by the angel and between the angel and the startup or the pitcher. Then I'm almost cognizant that there are people here that are probably themselves investors and they are not part of the angel network. And you probably find a pitcher here or a startup that you're interested in. I think would encourage you to strongly join NABAN. We're doing a good thing here, and then we can move together strongly. Of course, we can't stop you from reaching out to the startup, outside Naban. But I think if we want to push the ecosystem together, maybe join us. I think other than that is, there's no guarantee that the angels will invest, but I think it's a great platform to just showcase your business with other people here. You might meet partners, and it is an encouragement to the pitchers. And then to the pitchers, all the very best. We're not sharks or anything. And if anything, it's a learning experience. But yeah, thanks.
Namibia Desert Diamonds CEO Alisa Amopola says the 2022 to 2023 financial year has been remarkable in the history of the company and allowed it to declare the highest ever dividend of $300 million by a state-owned enterprise. Let's take a look.
Thank you so much, Namibian Sun, for giving us this platform to share the remarkable journey of our outstanding year 2022-2023, where we recorded a top-line revenue of 3.1 billion and about a gross profit of 600 million. And the bottom line of that, where we declared the highest dividend in Namibia's history of 300 million was 400 million. So in essence, we recorded a net profit of 400 million, of which out of that, 300 million went directly to the physical and by extension to Namibian people. This is testimony to the unique value proposition of Namibia, that we can continue in well positioned to serve as a price discovery mechanism on behalf of the government and fetch premium value for Namibian diamonds, 100% unaggregated. We believe that going forward, even though the market is currently in a turmoil, there is potential for recovery towards the end of the year and early 2024, and we hope that this becomes a benchmark going forward in creating value for our economy. Thank you.
That brings us to the end of our top stories. We move over to our Story of the Day segment after this short break. Now, the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism will launch the expo, which under the theme of Beyond Borders will promote the Casa Park, which comprises a unique conservation area that spans Angola, Botswana, Namibia, Zambia and Zimbabwe. The announcement of the lucky winner of the diamond worth $100,000 Namibian also took place.
My name is Nyambe Nyambe. I'm Executive Director of the Kavango Zambezi Okaza Transfrontier Conservation Area Secretariat based in Kasane, Botswana. Kavango Zambezi Okaza, in short, is an initiative of 5 partner states: Angola, Botswana, Namibia, Zambia and Zimbabwe, in pursuit of their shared aspirations around the management of shared cultural and natural heritage resources in this magnificent landscape between the Okavango and Zambezi river basins. And there are a number of interesting facts about Kaza, which include, for example, the fact that this is home to the largest contiguous elephant population, that is the savanna elephant population. It's also home to other globally significant wildlife resources. But more importantly also, it is home to more than 2.5 million people. So Kaza is really at the heart of shared aspirations towards regional integration by way of promoting objectives around sustainable use of natural resources, promotion of tourism in the landscape, promotion of protected areas management, also addressing issues such as animal health and also promoting infrastructure. So where we are here on the Zambezi River itself is a very good indication and example of some of the regional collaboration efforts underway. The Kazungula Bridge is something that is going to go a long way in helping promote regional trade. So it's very important also to understand that CASA is an initiative that is being promoted as a SADC or Southern Africa Development Community initiative. It's an initiative that is a symbolic of regional cooperation, one of the 17 terrestrial transfrontier conservation areas. The other one is a marine one, which is the 18th one. But for the rest of the transfrontier conservation areas, you realize that in CASA we're talking about opportunities for growth, opportunities for employment, opportunities for secure livelihoods, and the thriving of private sector development. So in short, we are talking about a landscape that is connected, a landscape in which we're supposed to pursue shared dreams for these governments and the people that live within the boundaries of CASA. But of course, CASA's work has important regional economic contribution benefits.
Namibia Diamond Trading Company is giving you the chance to win a polished diamond valued at 100,000 Namibian dollars.
As part of my responsibilities, I was responsible for making sure that the emerging cutting and polishing industry was actually supplied with rough diamonds. And when you meet tourists that come into Namibia, they're always asking, no, we want a Namibian diamond, we want a Namibian diamond. So for us, obviously, even though most of the diamonds that we produce do not end up in Namibian hands, obviously we don't have the disposable income that our Europeans and American counterparts have. It is still important for people to have access.
I'm happy that the relationship between the diamond industry and the tourism is kicking off big time, and this is signifying by the announcement of the lucky winner of the Namibian diamond worth 100,000. I thought it was 10,000. 100,000 diamond. I want to see that. There's also 1 million diamond worth of diamond. So how do you keep this one? You keep it with the bank, or if the winner, you must have a security. People will hunt for this diamond. You must make sure that when you win this, tell them, announce publicly that I will sell it immediately, even if you possess it, because they will hound you. They will hunt you out looking for this diamond of $100,000, Namibian dollars. It's a lot. I want to see this, how it looks like. You only know this 50,000, 70,000, and sometimes the value is just also unnecessarily put higher.
We had 5,704 entries. So all these numbers were captured on a chatbot random program and Google Sheets, where we ran this random program, and we identified 3 people from that whole list of 5,704. So luckily this morning we have our 3 entrants here, and the minister has the privilege to tell us who is the winner of this diamond of 100,000 rand. Thanks. Namibian dollars, sorry.
Don't let your heart. It's bad luck. Relax. Just relax. There are no women because we give to them. Congratulations, my brother. I see.
Now moving over to community talk, residents from Onamatanga in the Umsadi region have raised concerns over the persistent poverty they face. Aukongo Ishakela said that their children are sometimes absent from school due to severe hunger and parents have nothing to give them. Let's take a look at this story by Enso Amwele.
chocho chirongo chino njara nenota noruhepo ongengana chakwati ni maishe kandi chine pamwe ukure wepangero liliko kure ashiko tuinga pokati ko ndinga ndingambara tulinga pokati ya andipo pirenga shiko ko mea ngatatumu o tune dia lipo pepi mono ya sita pindire ngane ngashi enjonista detu vitu kwathere vitare mono o mea ngatatu popi mono tatumu o vitare no mesho dodi chikutheko chiringa hichiri ya mono andi onte chindire ngandi koskora china changa no mea unona nando bakameka karasa bafina wanamo shasho mnoni itavo kuyike ngamo mokarasa afiko mtokongo ya natoka chiringa na washa skoro chima shi achirongo pamwe no ujoroere ya ukuno kuyikosha ashike iko chikupina chikofa shono ngena ya jo patoka korutu pethimbo limo kuno njara ngashi kukutambi hatumono chikuto hatu moni kachi hatu vike chimo makange chwachi matuka notea cheyikwata kombinga njono za msati siwachi kashurira hukwa shuriro msati kombinga njono ashike mwana matangi hachi yamu katuchine kuchondarae ozodhi unengo chikwa chike ya ngatu yane pungashipo punona ngahi kucha akurupemo magumbo o akurupemo abo ngashuno na oskora uruhepo tonga ne ruri wataka komesho karona kamita kaji skora moro no chikutu kakena mukuru kena shite kape kuzako kulia kena shite kape o chikutu neno kana itakavuro kuja mokarasa no ruturoara ya atindire ngane ka nandoka kakaga njichari yakalinga tasiro chimuyu yetu dimburugwe ngano yetu nitunike ngoma yetu dimburugwe ngano po yakaleta kwathero chikwana chokomongura.
According to Economic News, $5.6 million Namibian has been paid out to 149 complainants in 2022. We expand on this story after the break.
Win a double trolley dash in our birthday promo while saving on these. 10 kg top score for $112.99. 2-liter original Coca-Cola for only $18.99. 1.5 kg real good mixed chicken for just $64.99. 750-gram Nola mayonnaise at $28.99. And 700ml all gold tomato sauce also only $28.99. See the details of our incredible double trolley dash competition at vurmanbrock.com.
On account of the Namibia Financial Institutions Supervisory Authority, a total of $5.6 million Namibian was paid to 149 complainants as of the 31st of December 2022, the highest amount totaling $2.6 million Namibian was recovered from the long-term insurance industry, followed by $1.5 million Namibian from the pension fund industry, $1.2 million Namibian from the long-term insurance industry. Now the micro-renting and credit agreement industry and 40,806 from the medical aid funds industry. NAMFISA received a total of 730 complaints in 2022, of which 93.4% were resolved. Let's take a look at our financial indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 23.14, against the euro at 20.08, against the US dollar at 19.14. 2 Namibian dollars and 62 cents gets you 1 Chinese yuan. On the commodities market, gold, copper, and platinum went down, while Brent crude oil went up, trading at 1.89%, going for $95.04 per barrel. In international news, activists slam proposed EU climate chief's green credentials at Brussels protests. We get into this shortly. Getting into our international news, climate activists criticized the green credentials of the European Union's proposed new climate chief yesterday, with a small group staging a symbolic burial of climate policies outside the EU Commission. Conservative Wopke Hoekstra was proposed by the Dutch government to replace Frans Timmermans as climate commissioner and will face a grilling from EU lawmakers on Monday as part of the nomination process. Let's take a look.
Sri Lanka has made commendable progress in implementing difficult but much needed reforms. These efforts are bearing fruit as the economy is showing tentative signs of stabilization. Inflation is down from a peak of 70% to today 1.3%, and gross international reserves increased by $1.5 billion between March and June this year, and shortages of essentials have eased. Discussions are ongoing, and the authorities are continuing to make progress on their plans for revenue mobilization targets, anti-corruption efforts, and other important structural reforms.
Let's take a look at our weather predictions after the break.
Neopaints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neopaints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neopaints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Getting into our weather predictions for tomorrow. Katima Mulilo can expect sunny weather with a minimum of 17 and a maximum of 38 degrees Celsius. Oshakati can also expect sunny weather with a minimum of 17 and a maximum of 35 degrees Celsius. Handys Bay can expect sunny weather with a minimum of 13 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 21 degrees Celsius, while Rehoboth can expect a minimum of 9 and a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius. We'll head over to the sports desk shortly.
We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with the entertainment.
Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes. Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country.
Getting into our sports news, in the Rugby World Cup, Namibia faced Uruguay with a scoreboard in, Namibia losing 36-23 against Uruguay. We'll be back with your highlights after this break. Let's take a look at the highlights from today's broadcast. Namibia Desert Diamond CEO Alisa Amupolo says the 2022 to 2023 financial year has been remarkable in the history of the company and allowed it to declare the highest ever dividend of $300 million by a state-owned enterprise. The Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism launched the expo, which under the theme of Beyond Borders will promote the Casa Park, which comprises a unique conservation area. Now, the Velveteers lost to Uruguay in the Rugby World Cup 36-26. And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Thank you for tuning in and watching Sunset News. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all the NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, oneup2.com. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every weekday and